Hey guys, it's been a long time since I did a video. Apologies for the delay in getting back to you guys. I know I promised that promised that I was going to get back to you, but I was working on a kind of a difficult project. So I just wanted to let you know that I will be doing more videos in the future. I just needed some time to decompress, and I got to tell you, everybody's been stressed out a lot lately, and I wanted to share some thoughts with you that might make it kind of settle things in your mind, because I know everybody goes through a challenging time in their head, and it's not easy. And I just wanted to pass some advice along to you, is that you can do anything with the right partner. And I have the most amazing woman in my life, and whether or not you are single or not, or you're gay or anything, doesn't fucking matter. You don't feel, if you feel like you're not connected with somebody, then just love you, but love the person you're with, because they will get you through anything. They will get you through anything. And just always remember to lend a hand to somebody in need. It doesn't need to be any one person. Anyone. It doesn't matter. I mean, we are all, the way I look at it, God's creatures. Okay? And it's amazing when you think about how we are all connected together. And, I've thought about it for a long time, and, it's just, I see beauty and complexity in everything. And eventually I'll do videos and stuff and introduce you to some of the stuff, how I look at things. But they're really complex in our world. And it's an amazing, beautiful world if you just know how to look at it that way. And once you figure that out, and I know you will, just realize that it works out. I mean, everything works out in the end to your favor. Everybody will pitch a hand at the right time whenever it's right for you. Just understand that. And that you make magic happen, and other people can make magic happen for you. It's like they say when you're a kid, like that book, Everything You Ever Learned in Kindergarten. That's everything you ever need to know. I don't remember the title. You guys remember the title? Jesus. I mean, but you don't need to remember all the details about everything you've ever learned. Just understand this, that just the one you do your best at whatever it is that you do, whatever you like. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. Just do what you do best, the best way possible, and the best way that makes you happy. And that is the message that I would like everyone to hear, is that it doesn't matter what you want. Because as creatures, like, I look at it, we are all God's creation. And we never stop growing. And we always want something more, and people have always said that's greedy. And we've tied greed to being something that's bad, and greed is good. You've heard that line. Greed is good. Just don't use it, don't abuse it, don't get greedy for things that don't matter in life, like money or houses, or greedy for the best looking man or the best looking girl or whatever. If you look at things differently, from a different perspective, from the perspective of God and what God would want for you, God doesn't want to judge you. Not harshly at all. God wants to help you accomplish anything and everything. And you can do amazing things no matter where you are, no matter when you're completely messed up and you think you can't do that. That anything is possible. And whether it's God or Allah or whatever you think in your belief system, that is true. Because the way I see the universe, the way I see all of us playing together, is that basically there are infinite possibilities. All right, infinite possibilities for each and every one of us, because that is the intelligent design of the system in which we live. And I know a lot of you don't understand some of the terminology and stuff that I use, but just know that from my perspective, everybody wins. Everybody wins if you just just kind of release yourself from the stress, the pressure. Take a moment to breathe. Do the yoga. Do the Zen stuff. Do whatever makes you feel good. If that's having a cup of coffee with an old friend you haven't seen in a while, just do that. And just remember, it's going to always work out. You're not going to be perfect. Perfection sucks. I mean, I've talked about this in some of my videos, or at least I've thought about it, and I'll do videos on that if you want me to, or at some point. But perfection is what it is that you have around you. That's what it is. And anybody out there, think about this, in the way I look at things, in the world of infinity, in a sea of infinity, do you think there does not exist a God somewhere in the sea of infinity, even if it's a different God than the one you might have believed in, that there's a God out there somewhere that was willing to give you everything you ever wanted? I believe that. I know that to be true. So if you trust your gut, you do the research, you can figure that out. And I'll do more videos on this. It's something I've been interested in. But I just know that we've got a lot of things that everybody wants to solve in this world, like the medical bullshit and the money bullshit and all that stuff. And from the way I see it, there's an easy path out. And that's just if we lay down our swords and our shields and just hug it out. I mean, it's like that. Probably sounds like bullshit, but you'll know what I mean at some point. And I don't know what that is for you, but just understand that if you don't know how to figure something out, you're going through a rough ride, just reach out and a friend will catch you. And even if you don't feel like you have a friend in me, wherever you are. I mean, I know it sounds fucked up, but I'll be there because I know I'm just like you. I mean, I've got my own shit and I've got my own hopes and dreams and all that kind of stuff. And I have my regrets and the things I could wish I could see, that I could have a do-over. A lot of ways I fucked up. But I sort of see it like all of our imperfections are what make us perfect, because perfect isn't some kind of fucking like round circle thing that never ends. It's a little bit different than that. It's close to that, but not quite, because circle is a death spiral in a way. So just be happy with what you've got. Be thankful every day, whatever you need to do. If you like to pray, if you like to meditate, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Just whatever makes you feel good, and just know that you will be okay. No matter what happens, no matter what other people say, about you, to you, you'll be okay. And you don't need to give them your time if you don't want, but it helps you in the process if you help a little bit, because a little bit goes a really long way. A really long way, and I know it's hard to see that, but all it takes is just a simple little thing like asking somebody like, hey, could you ask so-and-so to do this? And that is all it takes. And ask a favor of a friend, or a favor from somebody who's maybe you're buying smokes at the gas station, and they're giving you even a favor, even by just offering to do something. Things work out in the end. I believe it. It's the law of vibration, law of attraction, all that stuff. You probably heard about it. That is the secret to acquiring everything you've ever wanted your entire life. Until I see you guys next time, good luck, God bless, Godspeed. And when I say Godspeed, I think I've explained this before, but I mean Godspeed as in Godspeed is faster than the speed of light. And we've always thought that light speed was as fast as you could go, and we try to bend it and warp it and figure out how do we go past. But I always think about God as being faster than light or anything above that. And Godspeed is my message to you that I've been given for a while, is given to you for a while, is that it allows you to do, in my mind, impossible things. Because when you look at everything from, let's say, a divine eye, God's eye, however you want to say it, is that, God, he or she, whatever, makes it possible. Just remember that. And I always started ending some of my videos in namaste. And namaste, for those of you who do not understand it, is that I recognize the divine in you. And what that means is, I don't remember if it's Buddhist or Buddhism or Hinduism. I don't remember right now. But what namaste means is that I recognize that you are an all-powerful being inside. And I know that I am too. And all we have to do is just honor that in ourselves, that when we harm one another by saying a word that hurts us or rejecting somebody or anything that we regret or something that, we took the fall for somebody, just understand it all works out. And it comes back to you when you honor each other, and just always remember that each and every person is doing their best. And that's all we can ask of everybody. We have a lot of things that need to be fixed in this world. They don't need to be, but you and I all know, we know the stuff that we would like to see fixed, the stuff we would like to have cleaned up, right? The waterways, the riots, the protests, the burning, the stabbing, all that shit. I know. And I believe if we finally realize the true purpose of realizing that we are both capable, you and I, whoever that is that we can do amazing things. If you have questions about what to do, leave a comment in the comment down below. If I don't see it, if I don't get a chance to answer it, somebody else probably will, and I apologize in advance if I can't, but it'll be okay. We've got a plane flying overhead. You always see signs in the universe, and you know what's happening. They're small signs, I don't know, I call it getting into the flow. And what the flow is something that has always been important to me, trying to find a balance between the good and evil, the right and the wrong, the left and the right, the black and the white, the zero and the one. Because you have to have balance. You have to have the flow. That's the balance between right and wrong. Because your perspective is different than mine. We are at the same time the leader and the follower, the student and the teacher, in all things in life, and always see things from every single perspective. See how other people have touched the coin. It's not just two sides to a coin. It's the edge, and it's the ridges on the edge. And everybody who touched that ever, the currency it's denominated in, think of all the things that people have touched, done with that coin, where they put it, how it's affected their lives. Connect the dots together. How you are connected to other people through time. It's amazing. It'll blow your mind. It is absolutely amazing. That is how I look at things, is that we are insanely connected together in this, just like, I would call it a whirlwind ride. A ride that when you are able to see, when you're, get to the point where you can understand that it does really good things for you and for other people. And always lend a hand. I know some people aren't going to agree with you, and it's okay. Just know that they need to have their beliefs, even if they attack you, that you need to accept that they are attacking you, and you need to be as gentle as possible. Because the way I look at it is that when somebody attacks you, whether they criticize you, make fun of you, yell at you, they make you feel bad, they make you feel sad, whatever, is that in a way they are attacking themselves. Just like when you attack somebody else, it's the same. You are attacking yourself when you attack each other. So when we attack each other. So I see things in many types of instances of Holy Trinities. And I'm going to end this video here soon because I know it's getting long. We have, like, in the Bible, I'm most familiar with that. I wouldn't call myself Christian. That's my background. I've told you that before. But we have this idea in Christianity is the Holy Trinity. And you look at, I just make up trinities that you think are valuable. Like, one of the trinities that I find really valuable is, I, you, and us. Us three. However you rotate, things in that, the recycling symbol, all that stuff. There's trinities all around. And what I like about the Trinity, three, however you figure out a trinity, and they're all over the place when I look for them, is that the Trinity is the number three. The number two is wrong and right, because they're two sides, right? 1 and 2. wrong and right, left versus right, Democrat versus Republican, parent, child, you know, mother, son, father, daughter, brother, sister. We have back and forth differences. Black, white, the way we speak, our ages. Are you in this age bracket, that age bracket? Are you millennial versus Gen X? What are you? Does it even matter? Like, we're trying to always compare between somebody else. And we're always trying to tell somebody else that what they do isn't right. And when you move to, call it a vibration shift from 2 to 3, you move to a different dynamic. From my perspective, it's a different dynamic that you can see that there are more than two sides to the story. And just imagine this, like when I try to solve problems in my head, here's what I do. I can sort of picture like the fidget spinners. You've seen these, right? I sort of view the fidget spinner, at least I've seen one variation where there's 3 points or holes or something on the top. That is the fidget spinner. It spins forever. And if you blew on it or spinned it again or, flicked it again, it probably would never stop. It's probably a good example of you can keep something up for a really long time if you are able to recognize the power of the 3. That's the Holy Trinity to me. And I wanted to pass that along to you guys. I'm going to end this now before I hit 17 minutes, but I love you guys. Wherever you are, whenever you see this, I hope something I said made a difference, because I believe that each of us can individually affect the lives of others, no matter where we are, somewhere in life. I love you guys. You guys take care. I've appreciated so much that I've learned from you guys. I just want to pass on whatever I can. We'll see you later. Good luck. Godspeed. And namaste.